I was gonna rewatch this event and get on here and just review the show. I was gonna write everything, what happened, and all that stuff. You know what? I got stuff to say off my. I just gotta think. I just gotta just. I'm about to rant real quick before this review happens. And it's it's on it's my and my phone's about to die and it's on 13%. But let me do this rant real quick. They could have done something. They could have waited. They could have waited and uh did it in the summer. They could have, but can I just say they could have waited to do this event. They could have done it in summer. They could have said fuck the empty performance center. Don't do no performance center. I would have that in my opinion. That's what I would have done. Cancel WrestleMania and put it in the summer. And I would have done reruns of Raw and SmackDown and NXT. That's what I would have done. But WWE decided that they were gonna run with the main event, run with the show. And my thoughts on it, I got mixed feelings. I think on my one side I say it's stupid, and one side I'm saying at least we got something to watch. But what we are watching on our televisions at this time was fucking atrocious. WrestleMania I felt uncomfortable how silent it was. It didn't feel like WrestleMania. I'm sorry. This event did not feel like WrestleMania. It didn't. And if anybody think it did, I feel so sorry for you. I feel so sorry for you if you think this felt like WrestleMania. It didn't. I struggled watching this event. And like I was heartbroken when they said the WrestleMania will be canceled and WrestleMania will be at the Performance Center. And I said, "What? Excuse me, real quick. Excuse me. Okay. I'm back. But I felt like the show shouldn't have went on. It shouldn't have went on. But I said, you know what? As long as we got something to watch, that's all it's about. I wouldn't have did this event, but we got it. It's over. We're gonna get a do over this year. But what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. This show began on Stephanie saying, so I will be reviewing both parts, and this is going to be just me just mixing these matches up and all that stuff. It's just me just talking about every match. Stephanie was she popped up on the screen and she was talking about how like the first time it's WrestleMania is happening in an empty facility for the first time and all that stuff. And she said, "Welcome to WrestleMania." Then we got Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus the Kabuki Warriors. Before I get into this match, I hate Nikki Cross as a face. I hate Nikki Cross. I hate when Nikki Cross is paired up with Alexa Bliss because that's not the Nikki Cross I know. The Nikki Cross I knew was in NXT and she was crazy as fuck. She didn't have really no emotions. She liked pain. But they just watered down her gimmick. They watered down her gimmick. And Alexa, on the other hand, I don't even know why is she even. I like her as a heel. Like I didn't get her. Like she didn't. Honestly, in my eyes, I didn't. I didn't like Alexa Bliss as a face. I don't like Alexa Bliss as a face at all. But we see Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss beat the Kabuki Warriors and win the match. Then we got the next match. We see Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan. Like I said, this is not the actual match order. I'm just talking about it. Just talking about the event. I'm not going in match order. We seen at the end we seen Sami Zayn and it's Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan for the Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn hit a big boot after Daniel Bryan jumped off the turnbuckle and he landed and he hit a big boot. And Sami Zayn retains his Intercontinental Championship. Was the U.S. champion? Wait a minute. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was the U.S. championship even defended at this pay per view? I don't even think it was even defended at this pay per view. Okay. Then we got freaking I think it was I don't know if it was a triple threat match. Yeah, I don't think it was a triple threat match. So it was the Street Profits versus Angel Garza and Austin Theory, and Angel Garza the Street Profits retained their championships. I would have done the Viking Raiders versus the Street Profits, but never mind. We got Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens. This was actually a fucking good match. I love this match. I love Seth Rollins' gear. He jumped off the Kevin Owens jumped off the WrestleMania logo after WrestleMania sign after having to restart the match with Seth Rollins and beating Seth Rollins with a stunner. Then we get Goldberg versus Braun Strowman. Spear, running power slam, running power slam, 1, 2, 3. What do you want me to say about that match? It was terrible. We was actually supposed to get Roman Reigns versus Goldberg that year. That would have been even worse. And it was a story about that match. If Roman Reigns would have fought Goldberg at WrestleMania, he was supposed to turn heel after that match. I don't know how true the story was, but I don't know. Then we got Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler. I'm not going to even lie. I expect better from this match. I really expected better. We basically had Shayna beat the shit out of Becky through the whole match. Beat the fuck out of Becky. And Shayna tried to lock in a coquina clutch. And Becky just rolls her up. And pins her 1, 2, 3 and retains her WWE Women's Championship. They should have had Shayna win this match. I think they should have had Shayna win this match. They should have, and you know what the stipulation should have been? A cage fight. Or something. Like, I would have had every match a stipulation. I would have made every match just like The Undertaker and AJ Styles. Then we got the ladder match between I think it was Kofi, it was John Morrison. I think it was Jimmy. Because I think that's the reason why Jimmy was out on injury, because of this match. We seen Jimmy and Kofi Kingston battling on the top on the ladder for those titles. John Morrison was on the ladder as well, and he pulled the ladders down. He pulled the championships down while Kofi Kingston and Jimmy Uso was kind of battling for those titles, and they accidentally pulled those championships down. They actually, well, they he pulled the championships down. He fell with the championships. He got strike. John Morrison fell with the titles, and he Miz and Morrison retained their titles. Uh, in a in a triple threat match for the tag team championship. Then we got what else happened on this fucking show? Oh yeah, Bobby Lashley and Aleister Black for no fucking reason. I would have actually did Rusev versus Bobby Lashley, but basically this is what happened. Lana accidentally distracted Bobby Lashley, and she was telling him what to do, and that cost him. And Aleister Black just ended up hitting the Black Mass. 1, 2, 3, done. Then we end up getting I think it was a 6-pack challenge for the women's championship. It was Sasha Banks. Yeah, whatever. So we seen Bayley retain her championship after she pinned Lacey Evans, I think. Yeah, Lacey Evans. It's been a long time since I watched this pay-per-view. I'm sorry. What else happened on this show? Okay, the last man standing match. I'm about to piss y'all off. Can we stop with people saying that, oh, it was too long, it should have been shorter, it was too long? Shut the fuck up. This is why WWE put on short matches. Say like if Goldberg have a match, he has a short match. If Brock Lesnar have a match, he has a short match. If and I thought Edge was gonna have a short match as well, but I'm glad he didn't have a short match. This is I'm not gonna lie, I love this match. A lot of people say, oh, it was too long. This is why we can't have anything in WWE, because every time it's always somebody complaining about something. Or somebody complaining about something. What else happened on the show? And, or actually, Edge won by hitting Randy Orton with a concerto. Brutal finisher. Brutal finish. But anyway, we're seeing Rhea Ripley fight Charlotte. This was a good match. This was actually a good match. I love this match. But what I didn't like was the ending. After Charlotte Flair was working on Rhea Ripley's leg through the whole match, she locked in the figure 8. She locked in the figure 8 and tapped out Rhea Ripley to get the NXT championship. God damn it. Damn it. And at this time, WWE put Charlotte on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. She was on all 3 brands. I'm not gonna even say nothing. I'm not gonna even say nothing. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not. I am not. So I guess we gotta talk about the Boneyard match, which was one of the best matches on this card. It was one of the best matches I watched. The best cinematic match I watched in a long time. The best cinematic match. So Undertaker, we seen AJ Styles arrive in a casket, and he had jeans on and he had AJ Styles shirt, you know. Then we seen freaking Undertaker arriving on a motorcycle, and we see both of them brawling and all that stuff. And we see Undertaker put his hand through the door. Put his hand through the window, accidentally, and he ended up cutting himself open and saying, Son of a bitch. And then we see both of them brawling. We see Luke, Gallows and Carl Anderson pop up, and we see druids like with black like uh hoods over their heads and all that stuff, and he ended up battling them. He ended up battling Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, and then he ended up beating their ass. And then we see the Undertaker almost get put through the freaking. Well, actually, we seen Undertaker putting up the middle finger after he ended up getting speared through the barn, I think. And we see both of them brawling, and AJ Styles broke his finger by hitting him in his face, by hitting Undertaker in his face, and Undertaker got put in the where he's getting buried at, and AJ Styles was starting up the thing so he can put the dirt on him so he can win a match, and AJ and Undertaker was behind him, was a meme. That thing was a meme. It was just a meme the whole time. Cause like I keep seeing that meme when Undertaker was behind AJ Styles. Okay. Then we seen AJ Styles brawling with Undertaker again, and Undertaker was saying like, "This is what you wanted. Like, what did you want it for?" And he said, "Don't bury." Like, we see AJ Styles saying, "Don't bury me." And he said, "Why would I bury you? You fought your ass off." Like, and then he gave him a hug. Undertaker turned his back, and he big booted AJ Styles in the grave, and he started the thing, and he put the soil on AJ Styles, and he reveals with the tombstone saying it's R.I.P. AJ Styles, and Undertaker rides off into the sunset, and that's his last and final match, and that's a good match to end off of. Like, honestly, that's a good match to end his career off of. What else happened? Like, seriously, what else happened? Yeah, I know John Cena and the Fiend. I'm gonna review that right in a second. Brock Lesnar and Drew, fine. I reviewed the NXT match. I reviewed the SmackDown Women's Championship match. That hadn't been. Is that it? I think that's. Oh! Elias and Baron Corbin. Elias won. I think that is it. That gotta be it. That gotta be it for this show. I'm gonna look. But I'm about to hurry up and review the Fiend versus John Cena real quick. We seen John Cena coming out, and he say, "Welcome to Wrestlemania," but he got cut off, and now he's in the funhouse. And Ramblin' Rabbit says he's the Fiend's in there, and he goes through the door, and he's in the dark room, and we see the Vince Puppet, and they got talk. Vince Puppet was talking. We see John Cena as the Dr. Thugger, the Ruthless Aggression John Cena, when Kurt Angle was kind of like Bray Wyatt was kind of playing the role of Kurt Angle and all that stuff, but he kept missing. When he said Ruthless Aggression, he missed, but when he hit Kurt Angle, he actually connected. So that must have been his fear of him missing that slap to Kurt Angle, and he ended up knocking him out. He ended up lifting weights, and then he ended up turning into the Dr. Thugonomics and all that stuff. He ended up turning to Dr. Thugonomics and all that stuff, and we see John Cena putting on a horrible rap, and then we see a flashback to the 2014 WrestleMania of him getting the chair, of him, when John Cena got the chair and he was gonna hit Bray Wyatt, but he didn't. He hit Eric Rowan, but he actually went for the swing on Bray Wyatt, but that cost him. He ended up turning into he ended up having a NWO shirt with the World Heavyweight Championship, and uh Bray Wyatt played the role as Eric Bischoff and all that stuff, and then we seen uh John Cena turn on Bray Wyatt, and then he was hitting Huskins the Pig Boy, and then the Fiend appeared behind him, and he hit him with a mandible claw, pin 1, 2, 3. Fiend won this match. The Fiend won this match, and I guess John Cena got erased from from history. So after this match, we got Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, suplex, Claymore kick, F5, kicked out of one, then F5 again, then he hit him with another F5, 1, 2, kick out, Drew McIntyre kicks out, and then Drew McIntyre hit one a Claymore again, and he hit him with another one and another one, 1, 2, 3, Drew McIntyre won the WWE Championship. Now, before I end this video, I'm going to go to I'm gonna go and see, like, was that it? Cause like I don't know. I think it's more. I think it's more to this. So I'm gonna go back and see if that was it. But I'll see you guys next time. But I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, I looked on the actual match card, and I got every match but Otis and Dolph Ziggler. So that's how we're gonna end this video. Otis and Dolph Ziggler was battling, and we seen Dolph Ziggler beating Otis's ass, and then we seen Mandy Rose come out, and she slapped Sonya Deville and tossed her to the side, and she low blow Dolph Ziggler, and Otis got the win with the worm, I think. And then Mandy Rose and Otis celebrate, and they settle it with a kiss, and they go on and rise up to the sunset. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of this review. My thoughts on this show. This show was okay for what it was. It was okay for what it was. WWE could have just said, you know what? I would have honestly done this show in the summer, and I would have just waited. But you know what I'm saying? Like, how, if it would have been in the summer, what makes you think that this virus would have ended? What makes you think this virus would have ended? This virus probably wouldn't have ended if it was in the summer. So it was best to get it out now. This show was okay. It was okay. It was passable. But as me being hyped for this show, I felt disappointed because I didn't get the fans. This show was okay. I didn't see what was wrong with this show. Like what was they supposed to do? They didn't want to cancel it, so they just did it. This still didn't feel like WrestleMania. This just felt like a show, a special edition of a network special, and they just rolled it off as a WrestleMania. That's how it felt. But it's okay. Would I watch this event again? No. I mean, I will watch it, but is this a WrestleMania that I will keep watching every single day? Hell no. Hell no. But I give this show a C. Because they did try. They tried. I give this show a C. They tried. I'm not going to be too hard on WWE at this WrestleMania. But let me know your thoughts. See you guys next time. Peace out. Love you guys.